In the initial aftermath of his murder of Dooku, Anakin instantly regretted his actions. He recognized that Dooku was merely an unarmed prisoner at the time, and executing him was not the Jedi way. Of course, Palpatine attempted to alleviate Anakin's concerns, telling the Jedi that despite his training, revenge was only natural. But in the Revenge of the Sith novelization, Palpatine went even further in using Anakin's victory over Dooku to bring Anakin further to the dark side and drive an animus wedge between him and the Jedi Order. In this video expose, I'll describe the reward Anakin hoped to be granted by the Jedi Order in the aftermath of his victory over Dooku, one that he believed would be the solution to saving Padme and completely used as a means of manipulation by Palpatine. The reward being referred to in this video is Anakin's belief that he should be granted the rank of Master. Although there was prestige in attaining such a rank within the Order, Anakin didn't care about the rank itself, but the privilege that it bestowed upon him. Access to countless holocrons, journals, and artifacts within the Temple Archives, which were restricted only to Masters within the Order. Anakin's desire to attain this reward blossomed into an obsession after he killed Dooku, and because he believed the vast library held the secret to saving Padme, this created the perfect means to manipulate Anakin and bring him closer to the Sith. These seeds were planted by Palpatine, as he, Anakin, and Obi-Wan were attempting to flee the quickly disintegrating Invisible Hand. With Obi-Wan still unconscious, the Episode 3 novelization includes a scene where Palpatine attempts to persuade Anakin to head for the capital ship's bridge and confront Grievous. As Palpatine explained, killing both Dooku and Grievous in one battle would propel Anakin to be seen as the biggest hero in the galaxy. With the Separatist political head and now military commander defeated, the crisis that manifested as the brutal Clone War would be over and the galaxy saved. Anakin was completely taken over by the idea. He could envision himself being regarded as a hero on the galaxy-wide HoloNet, standing next to Palpatine as the war was declared over, and most importantly, Anakin would take his rightful seat upon the Jedi High Council. As Anakin recognized, such success would mean that the Order couldn't refuse him mastership. To the disappointment of Palpatine, getting Obi-Wan and the Chancellor to safety meant more to Anakin than the glory of capturing Grievous, and the Jedi Knight declined the chance to confront the cyborg on the bridge of the Invisible Hand. But the seed had been planted regardless. Anakin now considered the rank of Master to be within his grasp. And although it had been framed in the context of defeating both Dooku and Grievous, it was evident that Dooku's defeat was more than enough to earn him his new rank and his seat on the High Council. This was clear within Palpatine's initial words to Anakin, telling the Jedi that only he could single-handedly defeat Dooku. Whereas powerful Jedi like Yoda and Mace couldn't even capture the Sith Lord, Anakin killed him. As Palpatine explained, there was no hero in the galaxy like him given his actions. But the fact that Anakin's actions in killing Dooku were a serious step towards ending the war was also confirmed by Mace Windu himself following Anakin's rescue of the Chancellor. When Mace initially heard the news of Dooku's death, the Jedi Master was elated, noting that without Dooku, the Separatist coalition would splinter, meaning the war was as good as won. All of this worked to cause Anakin to see himself as worthy of being rewarded with the rank of Master for his efforts in killing Dooku. And the more he accepted his murder of Dooku, abandoning any concern of what was or wasn't the Jedi way, Anakin would also begin to accept that this was his path to save Padme. Mastership would grant him access to the widest ranging library in the galaxy, filled with countless holocrons and journals that potentially held the answer to preventing his visions from coming true. Of course, Palpatine would swoop in and offer the Jedi a post on the High Council as his personal representative, with Anakin being overwhelmed by the fact that Palpatine offered the one thing he desired most in the entire galaxy. He could now achieve the rank he needed to save Padme. Palpatine's efforts would be satisfied as his request to place Anakin on the High Council was accepted by the Jedi. As Anakin was granted his seat on the Council, he could barely contain himself. Although he was physically present within the council chamber, in his mind, he was already riding the turbolift to the Temple Archives, and using his new rank to demand access to the restricted vault. But of course, all of this was ripped away from him when informed that despite his seat on the council, he would not be granted the rank of Master, nor the privileges that went along with it. The description within the Revenge of the Sith novelization perfectly captures Anakin's ultimate belief that mastership should have been awarded to him simply for his efforts in killing Dooku. As Anakin responds to being denied the rank of master, it's noted that his voice sounded like Dooku's destroyer. Unlike the film, Anakin then launched into a tirade against the Council that echoed Palpatine's initial words that planted the seed on board the Invisible Hand. Anakin told the Council that no Jedi could match his power, and it was absurd they thought they could deny a hero such as him mastery. As Dooku's destroyer, he had earned at least that much. Ultimately, Anakin would let go of his initial anger and merely come to adopt a stunned feeling of helplessness. He would not be rewarded with the rank of master, nor would he be able to access the Temple Archives to potentially find a way to save Padme. But he would promise not to give up, and committed himself to find a way to save her, even if the entire Jedi Order was against him. So there we have it, how Palpatine manipulated Anakin into believing that he should be rewarded the rank of master after killing Dooku. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions. Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. Or perhaps follow us on Twitter at SW Reading Club for updates regarding the channel, or support the channel through Patreon for access to exclusive rewards and discussions. If not for me... For when one door closes, another one opens.